Hey everybody! So a lot of my family and friends know that I just recently did a cleanse, a 21-day metabolic reset type of cleanse with a local naturopath here in Charleston named Dr. Sherri. And people have been asking me to talk about the cleanse and what I learned on it and why I did it. So I will definitely do the food version of that cleanse. I'll do a separate video on that soon, I promise. And maybe do what I eat in a week or what I eat in a day now versus what I did before. But one of the things that I have been experimenting with from this cleanse that I learned was about the toxins that we're exposed to in our own home and in our own personal care products, which was really surprising for me to learn about. And I'm going to be very honest, I was really angry when I first found out about this because I, like so many of you, just naturally assume that there is some sort of regulatory body that is overseeing what it is that we are actually using. And of course they wouldn't sell it to us in the United States if it was harmful to us, because that would just be crazy and there would be lawsuits about that and companies would go out of business and consumers would basically storm the castle, so to speak, right? If there was crap in our products that was making us sick. And lo and behold, there is crap in our products that is making us sick, which is total BS. There's no other way to say it. It's total BS that this is allowed. And I can post below some links to some websites that talk about it so the researchers in you out there can really look at it and not just have to take my word for it. But the FDA is a joke. I'm sorry, Food and Drug Administration is totally broken in terms of being a regulatory aspect. In fact, they're not a regulatory aspect really in any stretch of the word when it comes to our personal care. We have not updated our chemical bans since a very long time ago. When you look at the number of items that the EU has banned in the past 3 decades versus the number that we have banned in the past 3 decades, it's staggering. It's staggering. And our companies know that. If you're based in the United States, there are several companies, Johnson & Johnson, I'm looking at you, that make different versions of the products to be able to sell in the countries that have banned them. So if you're anywhere in Europe and you go to buy Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo, this is 3 years ago, the baby shampoo you bought there was -1 toxic chemical that was banned that was known to cause cancer. So guess what the actual shampoo sold in the US was? The old formula that the EU had banned. We're like, you know what, it's totally fine to sell in the United States because nobody here has bothered to ban it. So screw the consumer. Even though this one particular continent has said this causes cancer, let's let US citizens wash their children in it. And there's a really amazing documentary out there that I again will link below, narrated by Penn, called The Human Experiment, that actually tracks one woman's journey to get Johnson & Johnson to change that formula and to actually sell it to us, the clean version, so that our children and us would not get sick. And that's for one ingredient in one product, and it took her 3 years. But it's an amazing film that follows a couple different people on this too. But anyway, enough about that little opening rant. As you can tell, I was just really pissed off because I trusted the wrong people. So in that vein, I started doing my own research into some of my favorite products, or even not necessarily what I would say my favorite products, but just products that are in my house that I use a lot. And if I went through everything, this would be a 2-hour long video. So I'm gonna start with just a few main things, and then depending on you guys and the feedback I get, I'll post the rest of what I've learned, maybe in like a 2-part series. So I am gonna go ahead and start by talking about one of the most common ingredients out there in skincare for fighting acne, because as you guys know, I have struggled with adult acne now for a while. And it's something that pains me to say, but benzoyl peroxide is one of the most harmful toxic ingredients you could possibly use in your system. I'm going to repeat that. benzoyl peroxide, hello Proactive, hello just about any spot treatment out there, is one of the most harmful toxic ingredients that you could use in your system. Okay, benzoyl peroxide is in fact banned in Canada. It is illegal to use because it is such a toxic, and it is banned in the EU, all of Europe. So our northern friends and entire continent of Europe is like, you know what, this is really harmful, and we definitely have linked this to be a known toxic to the human body. But here in the United States, we're like, yay, let's keep on using this, because as long as I'm not broken out, who the hell cares what's going on the inside of my body? And it's awful for you. So one of the main culprits is Proactive, right? Their infomercials are everywhere. So if you are broken out and you love Proactive or you love benzoyl peroxide, do not fear. I've done my own research, and there is an amazing natural ingredient called thyme, Thyme. It's an herb. And before you think I'm getting all hippie and granola on you, trust me, I love Lux. I love things that work. I love Prada. Like, okay, like I'm not gonna make you go use an herb that's like not gonna work. So one of my favorite, I'm gonna reach for it here, is by a brand called Osmia Organics. You guys can see that. And it's called their spot treatment, and it smells amazing. When I first discovered this, I bought it just because I love the smell. I've gone through 2 of these now. It has organic evening primrose oil, essential oil of lavender, cajuput, lemon, parsley, thyme, cypress, and rosemary. And it actually really, really works. It smells amazing. It has a little roller ball, which I love. It's so tiny. You can have this with you at all times. You feel something coming, you just put it on. It smells amazing. And it does not make your skin sensitive to the sun like benzoyl peroxide does. So please, if you have acne, make one switch right away. Get rid of your benzoyl, start using something with thyme. If you have cystic acne, which is what I have, one of my other favorite ones out there, I actually go back and forth between these, is by Indie Lee, who is an amazing organic company. It's called Indie Lee, and they have a blemish stick. And in here, we actually have purified water, zinc, salicylic acid, glycolic acid, camphor, witch hazel, and this gets those little underground ones to come to a head. Crazy, I know, because very few things do, but trust me, I get the horrible, horrible cysts that I'm like, they just stay forever. These 2 things, amazing, amazing, girl's best friend for switching to something that is not harmful to your system. So I'm gonna switch it up a little bit and talk about hair care and body care now. So really generally, and I keep looking down because I took notes because I really wanted to get this right. I have my notes for you guys. Anything with sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS for short, is going to be something that you really want to stay away from. First of all, it strips your skin, it strips your hair, it strips your body of any of its natural oils. It's the exact same ingredient. It's a foaming agent that's used in dishwashing detergent and in actual detergent to wash your clothes. We have since, I did this back in January, so now it's May 1st, so I really wanted to wait a few solid months to tell you guys, yes, this works, yes, I could stick with it. So I waited, January, February, March, April, 4 whole months, an entire quarter, to make sure this works. We went completely SLS free, so I don't have it in my dishwasher detergent, I don't have it in what I use to clean my clothes, I don't have it in my toothpaste, I don't have it in my hair care, I don't have it in my face wash. It's not in my house. It's not in my house because here's what it's known to do. It's potentially toxic, and ingredients in it can form I,4-dioxane, which is a byproduct of 2 ingredients in sodium lauryl sulfate. It's a chemical reaction, and this is a known human carcinogen. They would not have to list I,4-dioxane as an ingredient because it's actually a reaction from 2 chemicals. Okay, so 2 of the chemicals that are listed actually cause this byproduct. And then it is classified in Canada as a known human toxin, and it's also in the United States. If you go to EWG, the Environmental Working Group, I'll link below, amazing, amazing website, and they have an app. Yes, there's an app for it. The Environmental Working Group has done their research, and it's a known human respiratory disruptor. So if you have problems breathing, if you have asthma, if you have a lung condition, anything that has sodium lauryl sulfate and it's all around you in your house is going to aggravate it. Okay, so take a few minutes and get rid of it. It's that easy, okay? So it's probably going to be in your shampoo. Hello, it's going to be in here. These are old empties that I saved for this video. It's going to be in your toothpaste, okay? So if it's a known human toxin, why are we going to ingest it, right? Because it goes in our mouth. Not a great idea. Not a great idea. So the other ingredient that's in just about everything, every personal care product, I promise you, if it's not natural organic, turn it over and you're going to find an ingredient called disodium EDTA. Disodium EDTA is a chemical that is a penetration enhancer, so it makes products work deeper into the top layers of the skin. So A, that's amazing if it has great ingredients. B, that's terrifying if it has known human bad side effects. If it's a toxin, if it's a carcinogen, all of those things are going to be taken deeper into your skin if it has disodium EDTA. So this has sodium lauryl sulfate, which we talked about is horrible, and it has disodium EDTA to make sure it goes deeper into your scalp. Yay! Horrible. It's everywhere, so definitely get rid of it. Another ingredient to check everything for is fragrance. Okay, so just fragrance alone. Fragrance obviously is a known human allergen. So many people have allergies and like, oh, I can't use fragrance. I'm allergic because it's a synthetic fragrance, right? But the other thing about fragrance is it's classified by the FDA as an actual proprietary statement. So because of intellectual property and proprietaryism within companies, they're saying, you know what, you do not have to disclose the ingredients in your fragrance since it's your proprietary right to not have to disclose that. What that means is they don't have to list thousands of ingredients, thousands of chemicals. So not just like rose scent, I'm talking like full-on chemical compounds don't have to be listed on the back of our products because they can just put fragrance. And literally thousands of ingredients could be under the word fragrance. So when you're trying to really watch what goes into your body or on your body, fragrance-free is the way to go. And there's so many amazing, you don't even have to go organic. You don't have to go all natural. There's amazing high-end luxury lines out there that are fragrance-free. Okay, there's skincare lines, there's makeup lines, obviously, I work for one of them, just going to put that out there right now. I do work for Trish McAvoy. All of our skincare is fragrance-free. Hallelujah, it's amazing. But you want to make sure that even your lotion is fragrance-free. Just because it does not have a scent to you does not mean that it's fragrance-free. Turn the bottle over, read your label. Make sure you're using fragrance-free, okay? Then I want to talk about two of my old favorite products that I used every day. Dry shampoo. Oh my God, how much did I love dry shampoo? Used it every day, really did. I mean, there was something on Instagram that once said by Friday my hair is 90% dry shampoo, which was pretty much me. I love dry shampoo to cover my roots. I love dry shampoo to get rid of the greasies, etc. So I just started reading randomly the backs of everything in January to see really what it was that I was using every day. And dry shampoo was at like the bottom of my list because I'm like, it's dry shampoo. There's like nothing in it. Wrong. I am totally wrong. So Oscar Blondie, which, love me some Oscar. Smells amazing. Buy it at Sephora, one of the gold standards. Triclosan is in the shampoo. And let me read you a little bit about triclosan. It is banned in Japan and it is banned in Canada because of how toxic it is to the human body. So Japan, not going to have it. Canada, not going to have it. Because it is a known endocrine disruptor, which means hormone disruptor, which means if you have any issues with your hormonal, there's so many hormones in your body, it's not even funny. Like, it's not just the hormones that you have as a girl or boy, those are our sex hormones, but there's stress hormones in us, right? There's hormones for adrenals, right? With energy levels, there's hormones for everything. So endocrine disruptors are hormone disruptors. It is toxic as an output, so if you were to throw this away or sprinkle it outside, it is known to be toxic to the environment and wildlife. So this kills the planet. Yay! And it also potentially contains a byproduct that results in chloroform, as in knock somebody out with chloroform. So yeah, buy Oscar Blondie, into the trash you go. Then It's like, oh, well, chlorine. I mean, look, there's like a green leaf on it. Like, how natural does this packaging look, right? Like, this looks so natural. Yay. And you think it is. You shake it, you use it, it works great. You're like, I'm sure this is fine. First ingredient in chlorine, propane. Yeah, propane, as in propane gas. Fabulous. So propane, again, toxic in Canada. It's on their list of ingredients that are toxic. It disrupts the nervous system. Disrupts the nervous system, you know, like the whole thing that makes our body function, our nervous system. And it's not just one random outline article that I read that in. It is in the National Library of Medicine. Propane disrupts human nervous system. All right, let me put that right on my scalp. Let me spray that. Let me sleep on my pillow. Let me roll around in it. Let me have a known nervous system disruptor in my life. And then it's also a lung irritant. So back to the whole breathing thing. If you have any issues with that, you definitely don't want anything with propane. So goodbye, propane. So I will definitely do a video about what I'm using in place of these things and what I'm loving instead of just like picking on them. But I want to end with one of the worst. Hi, deodorant. I know, deodorant is such a controversial topic with aluminum, but let me just read you a few facts about Secret Clinical Deodorant. It does contain aluminum, which is banned in Canada. It also contains cyclopenzyloxane, which is a known organ system toxin. Organs, your organs, okay? Your skin is your largest organ. Lung, heart, liver, kidneys. Toxic. It causes tumors in animals. Great. Yes, I know you're going to say, well, sugar causes tumors. Air causes tumors in animals, depending on the dosage. Go to EWG, Environmental Working Group, and read about the studies they did. Very small amounts of this caused tumors in them, and they died. It's great. It is also a neurotoxin. So great, between my deodorant and my hair, I am just going to be all sorts of messed up. And then, just like this one, it has endocrine disruptors. Going back to the aluminum, there have been studies that have suggested that aluminum in deodorant is linked to breast cancer, that our sweat glands, our armpits flush out into this area, and aluminum causes cancer. Now, all I know is my friends who have had breast cancer. Unfortunately, I had a coworker that died from breast cancer. I have had people in my own family have stage 1 breast cancer. They are told by their doctors one of the very first things to do is stop using aluminum deodorant. So you guys be your own judge, but I myself have moved on. So again, not just to scare you or make you start, freaking out, but I do want to make at least one person out there question what is in the crap that you're putting on your body. Because don't be like me, where I just believe that somebody was watching out for us, because the only person watching out for you and your health is you. I promise you that. That is what I have learned. The only person watching out for your health is you. You have to be your own health advocate. You have to take the time and read your labels. Read the labels of your food, read the labels of everything that you're using every single day, and read the labels of your clothing. That'll be a totally different video for a totally different day, but hopefully this has just made you guys start to think. Hopefully you'll check out some of the websites listed below. Please, like I said, comment. Let me know if you'd like to see the skincare that I have discovered, if you'd like to see what I am using on my body and in my hair, and also if you want to see the whole food episode too. But it's made a big difference so far. I'm feeling a lot better. So much energy. I sleep like a baby. I wake up without an alarm. And I'm pretty much kicking butt right now. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.